Seymour graduate. We are celebrating this Tuesday, honoring those who have served their country. Ever wondered why we celebrate the holiday on a Tuesday and how it all got started? Turns out Veterans Day, as we know, it traces its roots back to Alabama. The difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Veterans Day is a federal holiday celebrated on November 11 each year, often confused with Memorial Day. That's set aside to honor those who died serving their country. Veterans Day is for all those who have served in the armed forces. Very happy to welcome to our program Grace After Fire, Vice Chair of the Board for the nonprofit Grace After Fire. It's a nonprofit that helps female veterans reacclimate to civilian society. It's Karen Myers. How are you, Karen?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm fine. We have so much respect for those who serve. Thank you.
Pardon me?
I just wanted to thank you.
Oh, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk a little bit about Grace After Fire. We have the opportunity to serve women veterans and help them make the transition to civilian life. We also have the opportunity to benefit from the great resources that they bring back from their service. Yeah. It is amazing.
Did you serve?
I did not, and that is one of the reasons why it's such an honor for me to be on the board, because I appreciated the service that veterans have provided. My father was in the military, but I have been even more aware of what people in the military do throughout their service and what they bring back to their communities after having the opportunity to interact with some of these very smart, strong, and accomplished women who come back and face great challenges and meet them very well.
How is it different for women coming back versus men?
I think that there are similarities and differences. Everyone has to acclimate to their families and their communities again, and most people have to get a job, and most people have to make a very rapid transition from a situation where they may have been fully focused on their military responsibilities. It's a little different for women in a couple of ways. They have a smaller network of people with shared experiences to draw on. They often have children, sometimes very young children, that they have been separated from for some time, and they are expected usually to fulfill a traditional mother's role when they get back. And employers don't quite know what to expect from them with as much as they do of men.
Right. Is there as much post-traumatic for women versus men?
I think both men and women have post-traumatic issues to a greater or lesser extent, depending on their service. There are some challenges that women face that men do not. And as I said, one of the things that Grace After Fire tries to do is make sure that when women come back from a difficult service assignment, that they are aware both of the resources in the community and nationwide that they have to deal with post-traumatic stress syndrome, and also that they have peers who have had similar experiences who can talk with them about their progress and give them insights into how they have managed difficult situations.
Do they have a hard time getting work?
The unemployment rate among veterans is higher than among the general population, which is something of a mystery to me, because veterans, both women and men, have a lot to offer the workforce. They come from, they have to be very strong, or they wouldn't, both physically and mentally, or they wouldn't be in the military to begin with. They have good team building skills. They're very well disciplined. They show up. They do a lot of things that employers value, but they sometimes have difficulty translating their military experience into the kind of resume that a traditional employer expects.
Yeah, I would think sometimes there's a stigma attached to military. Oh my gosh, they got post-traumatic. I don't want to mess with that kind of a stigma.
I think that's a misperception that is really unfortunate, because there are so many more positive things about having had the military experience than there are negative. And while you certainly want to respect and help people who have had difficult experiences, I think it's much more important to recognize that these are, people who are better educated than the general population, that have, gone through difficult times and in most cases handled it very well.
No, I'm sure. No question. Great. All kudos and respect. They probably even have more of an appreciation for where they live.
I would think that's also true. If you have not been separated from the United States, for example, and seen the conditions that other people face in other parts of the world, you're much less likely to appreciate what you have. And I think there is among veterans a great appreciation. I mean, they started their careers with an appreciation of the importance of serving their countries.
Karen, what's your website?
It's www.graceafterfire.org, and there's a lot of information about resources available and also the ability to connect with a community of women veterans.
Yeah, keep up the good work, Karen. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
Karen Myers, Grace After Fire, and again, graceafterfire.org if you want more information. They help women reacclimate when they come back.